When it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
We've seen a tremendous amount of debt growth, but that excess money, that money supply that we've been printing hasn't actually gone into wages and goods and services pricing. It's been going into the asset markets. And in fact, asset prices are tremendously inflated.
That's right. We're being lied to about all the stimulus money. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country and the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. One of the biggest lies is they want to get rid of COVID-19. They really want to see a cure. They really want to get rid of it. That is a huge lie. I mean, Nancy Pelosi and her husband bought 3,000 shares in January of Amazon and bought another 5,000 shares of, I think it was Facebook, or vice versa. And people in Congress, or just take House of Representatives, 54 House Representatives, been buying and selling stock. 42 senators, same thing. I mean, they love this stimulus because they know it just keeps pushing the market up. Now, the end result is going to be horrible unless you know when to get out of the market. If you know when to get out of the market, you'll never in your lifetime ever see an opportunity since 2008 where the market just keeps going up. Started with quantitative easing, QE. I mean, and now we got the stimulus. I mean, this stimulus has gone nuts. Nobody cares if a company makes money. She's right. We got companies that are a stock and individual stocks 185, 200% overvalued, but nobody cares. The market keeps on going up. They're going to just keep pushing up because they can't stop. Here's what people don't understand how it works. And nobody really thinks about this. The market, when we started out in interest rates, let's just use it for sake of easiness, teaching. Say interest rates started at 10%. And then they started to cut interest rates going back in 2008, keep cutting and cutting and cutting them. As interest rates kept coming down, the market starts the race. You start off to the races like a rocket ship. You start going up as they cut the rates down. So when you get from 10% to 8% to 6% to 5%, the best part of the market has already happened. See, this is why people don't understand what a bubble is and how they're going to get caught, because they don't know when to get out, because they don't even understand what the hell a bubble is. So when you get from 10% down to 8%, down to 5%, down to 4%, and after all these years, 13 years, we're down to 0%, there's no place to go. So in other words, the best part of that ice cream sundae has been eaten. The best part of the steak has been eaten. It's done. You can't get this market to go higher once you're down towards zero. Now, this is why the fake business news networks, their job, okay, is to get you excited and to keep you excited. Because people always ask me, when exactly is this market going to crash? Now, I tell them I can't give them an exact date. And every Friday, I place on my YouTube channel, I go over what happened during the week, and I take those clues and I put them together. And I'm doing this ongoing every Friday until the crash happens. And I'm not going to know the exact date, but we're going to be pretty close. But the more we keep getting all this evidence, and the only thing you got to remember is most people don't get, when you're down at zero, what happens is it happens with every rally, right before every crash. New people start coming in after 13 years. And that's when you get the big peak. You always can tell the difference when there's a peak or a crash is going to happen, or there's just a correction, peak with a correction. So what's been going on is the best part of the rally is behind us. It's in the rearview mirror. And people are jumping in at the very end that have not been in the stock market for 13 years, and they're getting in now. We're seeing people come in, they're like going crazy. And that's when you get that big surge, that big peak. And that's one of the biggest messages from the market, that big surge, big peak, the crash is beginning. Now, the only difference between now and 1987 and 2000 and .com, the housing con, is that we didn't have QE back then. So they can keep extending this. So it's up to now, there's a lot of pressure on the Business News Network to keep you enthusiastic, because the best is behind us. So now it's getting fragile because the big part's behind us. The risk to reward is, a lot of reward and little risk all behind us. Now you got mostly all risk and little reward, unless you know how to get out of the market in time. So what we are seeing now is all these people coming in, they're buying at the wrong time, and they're all going to get caught. They always do. And it's amazing that people just don't understand that part of the bubble. Also, what people don't understand is all the stimulus money, starting with the $5 trillion. Do you realize nothing? This $5 trillion, very little goes towards the economy. We're lied to every day. Very little of that money, the $5 trillion in 2020, went to the economy. Most of that money is going to the large corporations, especially the banks. Very little is going to the pandemic side of it. So we're printing all this money, and that means our debt is getting bigger and bigger, because this stimulus is nothing but debt. And the banks, what people don't understand, the banks are in horrible trouble. Worse shape now than they were back in 2008. People don't understand that starting in 2019, November 2019, the Federal Reserve, they're in such bad shape they had to print $1 trillion a day to stabilize them. So it's ironic that you have all these people coming to the market after 13 years they haven't been in the market. Now they're all coming in, and they don't understand it's at the worst. Markets always hurt you at the worst time. They try to hurt the most people at the worst time. And so the people that don't know what you're doing, you should stay out of this market. You should just get out of the market today if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing and you know two things, you know how to follow the money and you know how to get out of your stock in time. And better, you change your position so you're making money as the market goes down. You got it made. You got it made, because when this market drops, it's going to be huge. It's not going to be 45%, 60%. It's going to be an 80% drop because there's no way to stop it. We don't have any ammunition to stop it. We're at zero rates. So all the stimulus money, the $5 trillion and now the $2 trillion that Biden's doing, that's all going to push the stock market up. And they've been lying to everybody. I don't care if it's the $5 trillion stimulus or $2 trillion. That's to push the market. And so you got to be in this market in the right stocks to take advantage of this and to get out in time. I gave my gang some stocks today, ETFs, like XLK. Okay, and I gave them another good one today that we're going to be following every day. XLK was one. Another one was ELY. So if you know what you're doing, you'll never see another opportunity like this in your lifetime. But if you don't, you should get out of the market right this moment during the commercial. Be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Listen to this.
In the whole market, we used to do 7 billion shares a day. We're averaging 15 billion every day, now, or we're doing 15 billion every day, with a bigger portion being retail.
Now, what does that tell you? He's not telling you what it means. Ask him, what's that mean? That's a sign that if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to get out of the market, if you can't sit there behind your computer right now and say, I have no problem because I know exactly when to get out. I know exactly when to take profits. I know when to get out. If you know that, just ask yourself a question. Do I know when to get out of the market? If the answer is yes, then keep staying in this market because it's going to keep going up for a while. But then when it crashes, it's going to be huge. And that's one of the signs right there. If you go take a look at the volume from when the market started to crash from February 2020 down to March, then go from March to December, I mean, it like multiplied 4 times. That's a signal. That's the signal we're getting closer to a crash. Every time you have a crash, you get retail customers come in that don't know what they're doing, and it's right at the very peak, right at the very peak. When you look on a chart, matter of fact, if you go to my site, Phil's Gang YouTube channel, I put it up there for everybody to see. I posted it on Friday, and I drew a chart, and it shows you how you can tell the difference between a peak that is forming, that's going to crash, and a peak that's forming that's not going to crash. And so, but the bottom line is this, the stimulus that we are getting, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. We're being told that the stimulus is to help the economy, to grow the economy. No, it's not. No, it's not. The stimulus money is being pumped into the stock market, and you don't know that. 99.9% of the people really think all the stimulus is just going to help the people, help the folks. Sure, some of it is, but not enough of it. 3/4 of it should be going to, it's 3/4 of it's going into the stock market to push the market up. And when you start seeing volume increase the way it's increasing, that's a huge sign. We're getting closer and closer. Stimulus money is being pumped into the stock market. And stimulus money being pumped into the stock market has never made a weak economy strong. Listen to what I'm telling you. It sets it up beautiful for a stock run. And we're going to make all kinds of money on this stock run. And we don't have to worry because we know when to get out. My members will know when to get out. But when you see this stimulus money is being pumped into the stock market, they don't care about pandemic. All it does is just increases the size of the United States debt. Nobody cares. And it acts like an anchor around the neck of our economic growth. That's why we don't have any economic growth. The evidence is so clear. Obama could never reach an annual GDP growth of 3%, earning the reputation for being the worst president ever. He had all the stimulus, and he couldn't grow the economy 3%. Because the market didn't go where the money wasn't targeted, where it's supposed to get growth, where it's supposed to get productivity, where wages are supposed to go up. They don't care about that. Obama didn't care about that. Biden doesn't care about that, that's for sure. So we got all this money that's going in to move a stock higher, not to grow the economy. So he had 8 years and he couldn't get to a 3% GDP growth? Are you nuts? What are you, nuts? That's insane. He was the only president in history that had that kind of firepower and couldn't grow the economy 3%? Unbelievable. See, because the focus was never on the economy. It's not on the economy now. After the 2008 crash, it's always been the stock market. The thing is that our people in Washington, our representatives, our senators, are a bunch of snakes. They're not there helping us. They know this. They know what I'm saying is true because they're in the stock market. They're in the stock market themselves with inside information. They want to see this pandemic keep going on. Every day you get worse. They want more bad news, so we get more stimulus. Unbelievable. How do you think, after the market crashed about 35% from February to March, how do you justify the market, like in a split second, goes right back up? With no earnings improvement, no profit improvements, no top-line sales improvement, no margin improvements, no free cash flow improvement, nothing. It's called stimulus. And remember, stimulus steals from Main Street. It steals from you on Main Street. You're getting screwed. The middle class is getting screwed the worst. All the stimulus you hear about, the middle class is getting screwed so badly. When the middle class is the backbone of our economy, and they're being treated like second-class citizens. They're getting screwed. Do you see what Biden's going to do? He's going to put in a number where if you're middle class, you're going to be limited to what you can get with this your check. It'll be limited to your stimulus check. I think if if you make more than $50,000 a year, you don't get a check. Or you get one that's very small. Because they want to take that money. See, they want to take the money away from the middle class. And they want to put it into the stock market. I mean, people have no idea. We should see our Congress, since the day Obama was in office, Trump was in office, our Congress should have been forced to go after the real economy. Not put money in the stock market, but the real economy. Pump it into what's that? That's real investments, business investment, small startup businesses, machinery, equipment, get wages going up. So people could save. They even took that away. They brought interest rates down to zero to punish any middle-class person who has money where he gets no interest. It's all about the market. So why aren't you in it? I'll explain why when I come back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. I hope you listen to me on my YouTube channel. And just go type in Phil's Gang YouTube channel. It's right at the top of the page. And every Friday, I post right there my take on how closer we are to a crash and why we're getting closer to the crash, so that you will not be surprised. For you people who aren't gang members, my gang members don't have to worry, because they're going to be ready, and we're going to be we're going to be set up for it, because crashes don't happen in 2 minutes or overnight. They take a long time, and you see the evidence falling in place. Example, here's some great evidence. The markets always peak at the most, and you get, when you know you're going to have a crash, they peak the most, the fastest, and when you get all kinds of new volume coming in. Exactly what this guy's saying, how the volume just quadrupling. That's right, it's the way it works. Then you get these idiots. Listen to this. Do you really want a person like this taking care of your stock for you? Listen to this.
But is the market expensive? The market's only expensive if you have the denominator, that E, the earnings, correct, and we don't have it correct. So it's really hard to say the market's expensive, and it's really hard to say that the market can't go higher, and I believe it will.
Can you imagine having her? She's taking care of your stock portfolio? What are you, nuts? What planet is she from? Then we got this one.
There's a very good and very understandable story behind the scenes. I mean, we've got a strong economic recovery that's visible to everyone. The earnings season's been good so far. We wrote about that this morning.
We got a very good economic recovery that's visible to everybody? Where's he live? I'll bring him down here to Sarasota. Visible to everybody? I'll show you a restaurant and small businesses, one after the other close. There's 100,000 small businesses. What planet is this guy on? They don't care. See, here's what people don't understand how the market works. These people on CNBC and Fox and the rest of them, their job, when the crash is coming and they see the signs coming, remember I told you, when interest rates drop from, say, 10% down to zero, the best part of the market is in your rear view mirror. You missed it. Now you get the big flow of volume coming, new people coming in, don't know what the hell they're doing. That's another peak. And as you peak, as you start peaking, you get all this volume coming in. That's a big sign that this thing is ready to break down. Huge sign to break down. And when you get to that point, it's not hard to see when this market's going to crash. You just got to follow the money. That's what we do here every day at Phil's Gang. I mean, if you're listening to these kind of people, you're going to get caught. How many of you got caught with your 401k in a dot-com crash? How many got caught in the housing crash? 401k, you all did. And here's what people don't talk about on CNBC or Fox or any of these stations. Our banks are so over-leveraged. Our banks are so loaded with debt. Our banks are loaded with corporate debt. Terrible. Terrible. People have no idea. They're propping up the banks with $1 trillion a day overnight. Propping them up. This is the biggest cover-up ever. Unbelievable. The Fed, since November 2019, has been covering up the fragile shape of the banks. And the banks lead the market. I show it to my members every day. Unbelievable. This is crazy. See, they should, if our Congress, our senators and representatives were really looking out for us instead of for the party, they would have made sure we weren't in this position, that you weren't in this position. They should have been focusing on the real economy, but nobody's focusing on the real economy. They're all focusing on the stock market because they believe that they can convince you that the stock market's the economy. So the idea is to keep, the one key right now before a crash happens is enthusiasm. They got to keep you enthused because remember, the best part of the market is gone. It's behind you because you went from 10% down to 0. It's gone. It's about, you missed it. So now the idea is to keep you in, keep you interested. They got to keep you interested. They got to keep pushing this market up. So JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, KeyBank, they can get their clients out, get their big institutional clients out. So they need you to keep pushing the market up. And you can make money as we're going into this peak if you know what the hell you're doing. We got 5 stocks we're working on right now that my members are going to know exactly when to get in and when to get out. And when to make money when the market's going down. But there's such a cover-up, it's unbelievable. The stimulus money has nothing to do with the real economy. And this is the shame of it. That money should have went to the real economy, not to the stock market. Because first of all, very few Americans own stock. 80% of all stock gains are controlled by 10% of the population, for heaven's sakes. So why are we putting all the money to push the stock market up so to convince you the stock market's the economy when it's not? That's what they're doing. Outside the 401, think of 401ks. We have 157 million workforce. Half, 50% have a 401k, but half of the half don't even participate because they can't afford to. So why is it everything is the stock market? Why are we focusing on the stock market solely? When the masses of people in this country need help. That's the economy. They need help. And every day they're printing money to prop up the stock market, telling you they're trying to help the economy, and they're not. They're destroying the middle class totally, destroying it. There will be no middle class when they're done. Unbelievable. They're telling us how great the economy is, but we got homes in forbearance. So what we do is we make sure every day we look at our same stock group and we follow it. We got a nice stock group right now we're following. And we don't have to worry if it goes up or down. It doesn't matter to us. If it goes down, we're making money. If it goes up, we're making money. Try it for 10 days. You'll see I'm not BSing you. Take Caterpillar. Take our Intel. Every day, Goldman Sachs, Schlumberger. These are brand names, Lowe's. We've been in those stocks for over 4 years. Over 4 years. But isn't it nice to know every day our members know exactly what to do? They'll be out of those stocks before any crash occurs. Not only will they be out of those stocks, they'll be set up so when those stocks start going down, they'll be making money as the stock market goes down. Because we know what we're doing. It's a shame how many people are in the stock market, especially coming into the market now. Volume is like quadrupling because people are just going nuts. They think, oh boy, I can become a millionaire. They haven't been in the market in 13 years. Now they're buying Facebook. They're going to be millionaires. They're buying Google. They're being millionaires when they're being dopes. We'll take your money. Phil's Gang will take all your money. No problem. We'll sell you our stock. How's that? We'll sell you our stock. But the biggest loser from this virus is the middle class. Because these are the people who have startup businesses. They got hurt the hardest and nobody's helping them. Instead of sending them money for startup business and sending money, much more money, especially for businesses that have been established, help them. All that money's going to the stock market. So look, join my gang, try it for 10 days, and you'll say, God, why haven't I done this before? Why didn't I do this long ago? But that's okay. It's like the rearview mirror. Forget it. But you're going to make money right up to the crash. And more important, you're going to be out in time and make money as the market goes down. And we have all the evidence in the world. Remember, the worse that the COVID-19 gets, the better the market does. And they want to make sure that COVID-19 is dragging and dragging so they can do so much more stimulus. The more stimulus is driving the market, not profits. Isn't that amazing? Join my gang tonight, free for 10 days. You'll see I'm right.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
There's no denying that the inventory cycle is rebuilding, the CapEx cycle is initiating, housing cycle is recovering.
That's all BS. But see, that's their job. They got to keep you enthusiastic through this period where the peak is forming. That's their job, to make you enthusiastic. They can't lose that now, because see, they can't drop rates anymore to push the market up. Now they steal money from the pandemic. They steal money from the hospitals. They steal money from the companies, from the pharmaceutical. They steal that money to put in the stock market, so the stock market will go up. I mean, they're doing everything they can to make sure this market continues, because that's all they care about. They don't care about the other folks in the nursing homes that are dying out. They don't care. It doesn't matter. It's all about the stock market. Do you think Pelosi cares when she buys 3,000 of Google in January and another 5,000 shares of Facebook? You think she cares about you, or do you think she cares about the Democrats? She don't even care about the Democrats. It's amazing. The worse that COVID-19 gets, the better they like it. They embrace it. They celebrate it. Because remember, stimulus drives the stock market. Stimulus has never made a weak economy strong, ever. And they're lying to you every day. Never has a stimulus made a weak economy strong. Doesn't work that way. And to tell you the housing market's going up because we're in a good economy, it's just the opposite. The housing market's going up because they needed to force that housing market up. They forced it up. They had to. They had to create an illusion. So here they're forcing the housing market up. Think about it. Pushing it up when people are going in forbearance. People are going in forbearance. Isn't that amazing? People are having trouble. The national debt's going up 36% faster than the economy. Household debt's rising 60% faster than the economy. Household debt. Corporate debt's rising 40% faster than the economy. And they're telling us everything's just fine. We got a good growth story. No, don't listen to them. Look, go to my site, philsgang.com. Sign up for 10 days. It says Working Investor Group. Easy. Click on, and at the end of 10 days, you're going to say, wow, what a difference this makes. What a difference this makes. And the big difference, you're going to finally say, you know what? It doesn't matter to me anymore whether stock goes up or down. I'm going to be just as comfortable being in the stock market. If my stock's going down, I'm going to be making money, and I'm going to be making money if it goes up. That's our job, is to get that across to you. If we could achieve that, then all we ask is, would you please help St. Jude? So if we can reach out to you every day and get you that comfortable, or all of a sudden you finally say after 10 days, it doesn't cost you a penny. At the end of 10 days, you can say, you know, he's right. This is amazing. For the first time now, I'm going to be comfortable when the market's going down. I'm comfortable with the market's going up. Wow. And then all of a sudden you figure it out. This is the biggest scam ever, but it's a wonderful wonder. You don't want the market to be honest. You don't want the market to go back and being honest. You want the market to be dishonest, just the way it is. Because when it's dishonest, they put their finger on the scale. They put their finger on the scale. Who's they? Your congressman, your representative, your senator, the Federal Reserve, the bankers on Wall Street, the CEOs. They're putting their finger on the scale. All to benefit them. If you know what the hell you're doing, it's going to benefit you too. So don't pay attention to the stimulus is what's going to do everything. The stimulus is putting us in worse trouble, not better. We've gotten in worse trouble, gotten bigger debt, destroying our middle class. This is crazy. I mean, when Obama became president, why couldn't he get to 3% GDP growth? Why couldn't he get there? He had everything going for him. Why couldn't he get there? Because he was focusing on what? The stock market, not the economy. And he was focusing on what part of the stock market? all the big tech stocks. And I'm sorry, the bank stocks. He was paying back all the bankers. Now our banks are in deep trouble. Deep trouble. Our banks are going to collapse, but that's okay because we're going to make money when they collapse. It's just, it's just amazing. You try to explain to people what's going on in the market, they look at you like you're an idiot. They just say, "Oh, it's all going up because you listen to these guys here, and everything is wonderful. Everything is terrific." I mean, this is crazy.
But I think structurally the market's in very good shape. I think structurally the markets are in good shape. Yeah, structurally, it's in good shape. Structurally.
What the hell's he talking about? Structurally. Listen to this idiot. Listen to him.
But I think structurally the market's in very good shape.
Structurally, in very good shape. Yeah. Ever notice all these guys that come on? They try to have like an English accent, like they're sophisticated, right? Structurally.
But I think structurally the market's in very
structurally good shape. This guy here, I love this guy here.
Corporate balance sheets are the best they've been in 50 years.
Corporate balance sheets are the best they've been in 50 years. We had the highest corporate debt in 50 years. The reason our banks are imploding, the reason they're doing monetization of debt, the reason why they're printing all this money given to the 5 largest banks to go into the corporations and monetize their debt simply mean, hey, give me your debt, I'll take it off your balance sheet, put it on mine. Here I come to the rescue. I'm going to take all your debt, all your bad debt. I'm going to give it to me. I'll put it on my balance sheet. And here's a credit card. Start spending. That's all that is. And we're in good shape. That means we're in good shape. Everybody lies. But see, when you have a chart, I could care less if they lie. Because it tells me exactly what to do. It tells me exactly what to do. I got a little stock that nobody even knows about. Solo, S-O-L-O, S-O-L-O. Little stock. It's only an $8 stock. I'll make more money on that stock than Google. Why would I want to pay Google? Are you kidding me? $8 stock. I got another one I gave my members the other day. It's what is it? It's ELY. ELY. And Disney, I gave them Disney. We've had Disney called a power stock. That broke out today. But see, anybody can get in these stocks. Anybody. You don't have to be smart because the market's only going one way, up. And as soon as the stock comes down, they turn around and make sure it goes back up. You just got to know, hey, how do I get out of this thing? Is it time to get out? And then the next thing is you want to learn as your stock keeps going up, keep taking profits. Let it go up again and again. On that third time it goes up, go take that first group of money you put on, put it in your pocket. Goes up again, take the second group, put it in your pocket. Just manage your money. That's all it is. It's not hard. The airlines, JetBlue. All these airlines, you got to know when to catch them. We caught all these airlines early on when nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted these. We made 30, 40% returns on these things. The airlines, the casinos. Now, guess what? The airlines, the casinos, they're all going to go up again. Why? Because the story's going to be told by Fox Business and MSNBC and all these fake business news networks. They're all going to talk about how the vaccine, everybody's going back on a cruise line. Everybody's going to go flying again. You better buy these stocks. But see, you want to be in first. You want to be in first. The problem is retail customers, they always get in last. They get in last, and they wonder why the market's going down. They always say, gee, it seems every time I get in, the market goes down. The minute I get out, it goes up. God, you got to feel pretty stupid when that happens, doesn't it? McDonald's. Another one we're working. McDonald's. Now, McDonald's, somebody's going to buy it at $211. What are you, nuts? I wouldn't touch that stock until it broke above 230. Have a brand new all-time high. This is a very high risk, very little return stock. You should have bought it with us. Not now at 211. You should have bought it with us when we were buying it around $130. But see, we took our profits. Now there's all kinds of people jumping to McDonald's now at $211. Can you imagine that? But we got in this stock. We got in this stock when it was around, I think it was in March we got in, around $179. I think other time we got our members in was around $180. Look, this is not hard. You just got to be a little disciplined. That's all. Follow the money. 10 days, free, and I promise you 10 days you're going to say, boy, I should have been doing this long ago. All we ask is you help out St. Jude. That's all. All right, see you on the charts. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Sign up where it says Working Investors.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.